Today I'm swatching Dominant Industry Pearl Sunset ink. This is number 20 from Dominant Industries Pearl series, and as you can see from the bottom of the bottle, it's a shimmering ink with what looks like some rose gold shimmer. This is the Sailor Hocoro dip pen in a Fude Nib, which allows us to make both thin and thick lines. Dominant Industry number 20 Sunset is a light purple lavender ink with rose gold shimmer, as we saw in the bottle before, and you have to shake up the bottle to incorporate all of those shimmer particles when you're writing. As you can see, since it is a light purple lavender ink, the writing comes out really faintly in the thin parts of the Fude nib. So if you're using a fine pen, the writing might be very light, but in the thicker parts, it's a lot more legible. This is the Kakimori brass nib, which I'll be using to swatch the ink out with. This is a little bit of a drier ink, so I had to use multiple dips with the Kakimori dip nib to swatch out this ink, and even here you can see the flow is not quite as good as some of the inks that we've swatched previously in this series. So you can see it's a little bit drier, and that might have something to do with the shimmer particles as well. Where the ink is pooling the most in this swatch, you'll see that there's some shading that occurs, and we'll see what color that is as the ink dries a little bit more. So as it's drying a little bit, you can see that on the edges of where the ink has pooled the most, the purple shades to a light pink color. And now that the ink is a little bit more dry, that pink in those pooled ink areas really comes out. It's a little bit hard to see the glitter particles, but up close you can see that there's some subtle rose gold glitter incorporated throughout the writing, and it's definitely a lot more visible in those broader strokes.